Hey, Shalom, first and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect, man. It's your brother Yeshaya, coming at you with another video epistle, and this one is going to be real quick, straight to the point. Just wrapped up the edifying lesson by the elder Ramlab. Got cats playing this dangerous game of playing with the Lord, all right? And another thing that, the apostles and us brothers, we have to revisit over and over as defenders of the gospel is the heresy, the fable, or the made up, basically the filth that these people make up that don't have any understanding of the scriptures, that Yahawah and Yahawashi are the same, being or same entity, which that is not true. Okay, just a couple points, that the elder apostle made. Who did he call to when he was on the cross? Okay, and the thing that we believe and know, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, which is a big stumbling block to a lot of the masses, but to us, it pieces everything together, and that's what reincarnation. All right, that is reincarnation. That's what pieces everything together, because when you go into it, that Adam, was Yahawashi when he was in the garden, all right, and Yahawah, spoke to him through a prophet, and Yahawah's that's what it said. When I forgot if it's the second or the third chapter, it said then they began to call on the name Yahawashi. Call on the name Yahawah, Salaki. They started calling on the name Yahawah, so they had the name in the garden. And he wasn't Yahawashi yet. He was a spirit, but he was an Adam. All right. Look, he was King Solomon. All right. He was King Solomon. He was I said Isaac, I think. And they all had spiritual. They all lived spiritual lives. All right, everything that he did, most of the things that he did in his reincarnations, okay, i.e. King Solomon, okay, 40 years of peace, all right, 40 years of straight peace, you know what I'm saying? He is the, King of Peace, King of Salem, all right? Isaac, when he was carrying the wood to be crucified, well, not crucified, but to basically be killed on, he carried it himself, all right, which is a precursor, or basically, a taste of things to come, all right. Who did he call out? Who did Yahawashi call out to on the cross? Abatana. Father, why have thou forsaken thee? So who is he talking to if Yahawah and Yahawashi is the same being? Okay? And then you got, they call it the Trinity. Like they're all one, but they all agree in one. Okay? The Father, the Son, and the Spirit, they all agree in one. Okay? And you got the blood, those three also agree. What is it? The blood. I gotta look it up, and but they all agree in one. But they're three different, separate entities. They just are of each other, and that's what the Lord is basically telling us, man. All right, or He's showing us through His Son, showing us through, different instances and different stories in the scriptures that we can draw on to. And we are to not just to read these scriptures face value. When you read, it's a spiritual thing, and you really have to, like Elder Apostle Gabar always goes, so you really got to get into a spiritual, your spiritual bag with these scriptures. You got to envision yourself, envisioning yourself in the scriptures, man. All right. And one of the best ways to do it is what? Reading during, like, when you're fasting, And that's a straight spiritual connection, man, that, you know, hey, you gotta experience it to, you know, basically believe it, man. All right. So yeah, man, you know, like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. You know, Yahawah and Yahawashi are two different entities, man. The Father and the Son. And also, when he was on the planet, he always talked about his Father. He said what he's about his Father's business. Was he talking about himself? No, he was not talking about himself. He was talking about the Father, giving respect to the Father that created him. All right, and that means that y'all don't believe the beginning. All right, y'all don't really believe on Yahawah as he is, because the scriptures say what? He had no beginning nor end. All right, and he'll tell you himself. They call all Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. He'll tell you he was alone. Okay, there was a point in time when he was alone, and then he decided to what? Create his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, which we do reverence and we do praise as well. So, see, these guys, they lack spiritual discernment, and it needs to be taken out. But the thing is, brothers are getting more, how do you say it, patient, all right, and trying to keep them cortisol levels as low as possible, man, because, you know, hey, it's a high time, demonic activity. A lot of people are on edge. A lot of people are gonna snap in the foreseeable future. All right, your family members, man. So that's why we gotta stay grounded, stay rooted in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, in these scriptures, man. You know. So yeah, that's about it, man. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors be to the apostles, due to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, safety to the Lord's elect out there. Shalom.